Hello YouTube, my name is Storme as you can clearly see, and ignore the Lord. I probably want to get that removed. Uh, I want to plan on making videos, and this is one about blue dragons, and this is a money making guide. Blue dragons are a great way to make money and earn a decent amount of experience. And for the sake of this, I'll reset my thing to show you how much XP you will get during your trip. This is how your inventory should look. And remember, this is gonna be my first video, so I'm gonna say it anyway. I will not make guides that are for high level people, and that's because there's so many guides out there for high level people. And as you can clearly see, I'm only a level 105, and my stats are average, if not below average. And that's not, high level material. That's not something that high level people want to see. But I want to go for the people that are like me, who have decent stats for their level, and want to do something interesting in RuneScape, because it's pretty boring just grinding out skills. And it's kind of boring, but it is a great way to earn experience and earn a decent amount of gold during your trips. You want to bring super strength and super attack always, even if you're a higher level and can't really afford anything. These are very inexpensive. Um, Strength potions have gone up in price. They used to be very cheap, but now they're 2K as you can see. But nonetheless, they're still very cheap, and they will speed up the process a great deal. Um, in order to go into the dungeon, you're going to need the Dusty Key, and I'm not quite certain where you get this. When I find out, I'll put it in the annotations. I will certainly put in the annotations where you get this item. Um, for teleportation methods, because I'm in Falendor if you don't know already, you want to bring an Explorer's Ring or a Falendor Teletab. If you have a Falendor portal in your house, you can also use that. Dragons are frequent droppers of green charms, and they also drop crimson charms. I don't pick up gold ones, so I don't have a little space for gold. But this is my inventory setup, and this is my equipment setup. This is welfare. I mean, these were 104k or something like that. I mean, I remember when this used to be like 900k. This used to be like 500k, but they've all gotten cheap as new equipment have come out and new, steadfast boots comes out, and all those other glacier boots things. You don't really need this. Bro tip bolts. I have 59 Slayer, I believe. I don't like having empty slots in my thing. Called to see my only aura. Um, this is a pretty decent setup. I've looked. The attack and slash is not going to be alright. If you want to, you can also get a Dragon Defender, which I reset my bank, so I don't have one right now. I had to go and get all the defenders. But if you have the highest summon level required for, man, that's summoning, Herbaloid level required to make super anti-fire potions, I think it's called. Let's see, anti-fire, no, that's not what we want. We want the super anti-fire. If you have 85 Herblore, you can take a Dragon Defender and just leave the shield down. This is a melee setup. Of course, my bad. This is a melee setup, and you can substitute things for lower level. I mean, Thorax plate body. You can substitute for a fighter's torso or a rune plate body. If you want to upgrade, you can always change this to a Torag or Bandos, but Bandos is really only good for the strength bonus because it doesn't give any attack bonuses, which I don't think this does either. Um, but this is pretty decent stats for a low cost armor. This only cost me about 500k, and that's very cheap. And people think it's like, oh, but it degrades and it costs money to maintain. I'm like, really? It costs like 120k from zero. Most of the time, you'll probably restore it at like 50, so it's not that big of a deal. Uh, Obviously, you can upgrade this to Barrows gloves if you've done it. I haven't done it yet. You can also use another weapon like a rapier or CSL. If you're going to use chaotic weapons, I would either recommend using the chaotic crossbow or the chaotic rapier. If you don't have either of those, just use a whip or the upgraded version of a whip, which personally to me it sucks. It's not worth the money. If you have skill cape, legend cape, soul horse cape, a fire cape, completionist, which if you're completionist, you probably wouldn't be watching this anyway. But you can upgrade the cape, so I would really recommend the helmet Naze Knot. You can upgrade a lot of this or downgrade this. Anti-Dragon Shot Fire Shield is a must, since most of y'all probably won't have 85 Herbivore, and it'll bring down it a lot. And blue dragons don't really use their fire a lot, so it's not that big of a deal. Um, it's not. It really isn't. Um, See, this is pretty cheap. I mean, it's really not that big of a deal. It really isn't. Um, well, let's go. As I said, I'm going to show you how much money you can get per trip. That's why I have this empty. And I'm going to show you how much XP you will get per trip. And I will pause the video and until we get to the lair. I'm just gonna stop here just for a moment. There's an agility course that you have to have 70, so you have to have 70. I only have 53. I do plan on getting 60 at the very least, but if you have 70, you don't need the steel keyring. You can use like an anti-fire potion or something if you want. I don't recommend it because anti-fire potions aren't really needed and they're expensive. Um, I'll just take you through the course, I guess, and unless you don't know. I should probably show you where I'm at, just in case you don't know. It's the Taverley Dungeon. Um, Let me pull up this map real quick. And I'm just really trying to get to the lower level players. You know, I started out right here. I went to the agility course. Not the agility course, but the shortcut. I don't know how much it is to get there, because obviously I had the level. I don't know. But you want to get right here. I mean, straight cut, take you 30 seconds to get there. Um, Again, I'll put in the annotations where you get the dusty key from, and I'll make my way. I believe you're going to have to complete the Herbivore quest. I don't know what it's called anymore. I'm not gonna look. Oh, good. These pseudo armors will be standing on these pedestals, and when you try to open the door, this one will come to life, and when you try to, it'll start attacking you, and then if you click it again, this one will come alive. You don't have to attack these, and they're pretty low level. You ain't gotta worry about them. Just open the gate, and you'll get through. Hopefully, won't take any damage. These things are passive aggressive. They won't attack you unless you attack them, and this is where we need to get to right here. But yeah, I'll just pause the video until we get there. Alright, we're here, and I just used the gate, you know. I used steel ring, king ring thingamabobber on the gate, or just use the key on the gate. Beware, there are lesser demons that will attack you, and they normally don't hit. I mean, I think out of all my trips I've taken so far, they hit me once for a 56. No, that's using a new system, like 5.6. This is what you want to do when you get to the door. Drink your potions and just run on in. I like to go far east and use northeast, south, or far west. There's some blue scales over here. You can also use them. Hello, Nightmare Next. I go for the blue dragon hides and stuff. I'm gonna pause until I find a ward. I'm usually fast at clicking, but I'm trying to concentrate on making a good video as well. So I'll find a ward for you guys. Alright, I found a good world. I swear these guys are bots. Like, I swear it. I have a pretty fast trigger finger. That's why I'm able to, you know, click on these guys and beat the bots or wannabe bots. It does take a little while to find a world, but I usually just attack this darker blue dragon that spawns right here. So you can keep your trigger finger ready, bam bam, you know, get them before anyone else does. You know, I've beat the level 138 that come here that I only have to one click. I mean, I'm that fast at it. It just takes a little bit of practice, but what you have to do is after you kill the dragon, if you're only taking a bone, just eat one and just take the bones. And there's coins right there, and I'll just take those random coins. But I to make my trips shorter, I eat two and take everything, the blue dehyde and everything. Um, I'm not quite sure what the drop rate on charms are. This guy's a one clicker. Let's see if I can beat him. I don't know. I was doing pretty good last night, but I don't know if I can do it today. I beat him. I don't know. I don't know if he put any effort in trying to get it, but I just been good. I guess it's because I have to farm and have to drop him as fast as I can. I think that's why. Um, I'm gonna pause the video and I'm gonna show you the XP things and everything. So I'm gonna pause the video. All right. I haven't made it. Combat level 106. I'm level 106 now. Leveled up my defense. I don't know. I think it's 30. No, that's like 65 or something like that. Um, oh, look at that. Mm, sexy though. I'll never wear them. But yeah, I just want to show you that little tidbit. This will be my last dragon. I completely outclicked that fool. He only has to one click. I got a two click and I destroyed his ass. I don't know if he doesn't know where the spawns are at or I don't know. Anyway, this will be my last dragon. I'll show you what to do. It's really not that hard. Um, you can see per trip you can get pretty lot. You can get twice the amount if you kill the dragons only for the bones. I don't do that. If you didn't see, if you just skip, I got level 106 combat because I leveled up 78 defense. Complete surprise. I was quite perplexed there. Or bedazzled, bedoodled, whatever you want to call it. Bedoodle. More PVM for the win. Um, but I'll show you what to do. It didn't take me very long. 15 minutes, 8 to 15 minutes on a good day, on a good trip. I should say. I have 80 constitution, so I don't like green charm. Uh, Basically, all you want to do, cabbage port. You can minus 5 XP because I cleaned the Terramin. So that's not completely accurate unless you like cleaning herbs. They are pretty frequent droppers of herbs, like low level herbs. I think I got a Renard once. They're not very good with frequent good drops, but they are frequent with the low level ones, which is quite alright. Not doing anything anyway. Um, but yeah, just rebank, fill all this with food, and restart the process. But let me show you what you would make per trip. If you sold at the general value, you would make this. Now, you can only use one dose. You don't really need to be using two. That's a bad idea. And you just repeat, repeat, and repeat. That's all you got to do. And it doesn't take very long. And you gain, as you can see, about 6,300 XP per trip. I swear that was like 53, but whatever. Um, you get a lot of money pretty quickly. I have all my stuff in here. I've done 7 trips, so I need to go take to my sticky note, and well, I can bring it down by 1. Yeah. And that's about just sums it up. Decent amount of XP per trip. I got it all on defense. You know, um, if you train this all the way to like 90 or 89, 99, I heard that you'll get the charms needed to, I think if I kept going to like 99 defense, 99 attack, whatever, or attack, point at strength, I could probably get up to 70 with the charms I could get, maybe a little bit higher. I'm not quite certain. It all depends on luck, really. But you just repeat the process. That's all you gotta do. Repeat the process, do the grind, and it'll be worth it in the end. I promise. That about sums it up for this video, and remember this is Storm0x, and subscribe, like, comment if you want. Remember, I just look at my stats. if you want me to do something, make a guide on something, quickest XP for your level, please do, because this will be accurate. You know, a lot of the people that make the videos and the guides on basically mostly on combat, they try their best to make it accurate as possible, but if they have 99 and they're using extremes and overloads, then don't you think that'll be quite a weird advantage? I think what they should do is they shouldn't use any potions because at my level I can get, I believe, up to 98 in these, and a strength and attack 98, and their prayer, a lot of times they're not using normal prayers, they're using the curses, and that's quite inaccurate. I don't have the quest completed for that, and I don't think I will for a little while. Let's see what the requirements are, and I might make a quest guide on, or just a run through of what I was doing. Devious Minds and the Curse of a Rob. Um, I have the prayer level needed, obviously. The Curse of a Rob, let's see what I need for that. Well, let's go to Devious Minds first. I can remember that little. Devious Minds, where are you? Um, 50 room crafting, I have 41. I mean, well, 40. I swear I have. And 65 smithing, I'm only 3 away from that, so that's not too bad. And the Curse of Arav, I believe it was called. Where are you? The Curse, it might be over here, huh? The Curse of Arav. Arav. Oh, by boy, fully restore Sinlington for missing my money. Whoo! Money won't be a problem, agility won't be a problem, thieving, I guess it'd probably take me a day. Um, I think I can do that. I don't know, but once I can, I'll do these little tidbit guides, you know, just a playthrough, not really a guide, just me looking at the guide from Rune HQ and then doing it that way. I do have ancient curse. I mean, not ancient, but ancient magics, but I don't like using them, so I like using these. But keep in mind, if you want anything to request it, just take a look at my skills and do something reasonable. Cause you want me to do dungeoneering, I'll do it. I don't like dungeoneering, but if you want me to, I'll do it. Hunting, I mean, just anything you want me to do, I will do. And keep in mind, I mean, I'm making this for the lower level people, medium level people. That's what I'm making these videos for, and that's what really who I want to reach out to. I'll do a road to max cape, and I'll get various levels and make a kind of like a Simon and James kind of like do they like to do. I don't want to be a copycat, but I really like the setup of their videos, and that pretty much sums it all. Um, you know, good XP, great deal of money in a short amount of time. Took me about 15 minutes to do all that, and unless you don't have a really good trigger finger, you really want to try on your trigger finger. I mean, you just click down and click the dragon. That's it. Um, Not real much risk if you're trying to. I mean, take if as long as you have a whole inventory of food, you should be all right. Don't forget your anti-dragon shield. You're gonna need that. And that's about it, guys. I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.